Okay, I tested this. Just took a small piece of apple and squeezed out a drop onto the surface there and shut the lid and looked through it, and it says 10, maybe 11 Brix, which is about 11% total dissolved soluble solids, which is mostly sugar for all practical purposes. So 11. 12 is what you're shooting for, at least 12. A very sweet apple will probably be about a 16. Some can get a little bit sweeter than that, but a 12 is a nice, ripe, healthy, sweet apple. So they're about 11 now. They have about a month to go, but I want to take that measurement. Now, something else I've done, I mentioned this. You take a piece of Scotch tape, cellophane tape, and write on it somebody's name, my son Stephen for this case, and then stick it on the apple. And if it doesn't look like it's getting any sun, pick some leaves out from around it. Apples turn ripe or turn red with sunny days and cool nights. That's why some apples get more red in the northern states. So that'll get some little more sun in there, and that should redden right up as red as that. And of course the sun won't shine through where the letters are, so that the letters will be in green. And these will be Christmas apples. And I've made some other ones, mostly named apples, for my Aunt Maureen. There's Aunt Reen, and my Uncle Lee did one for him, and some people I work with, good friend Gary and Barry's up here also. And oops, tripping over a rope here. And they go, Jesus loves you. Always good for somebody that you don't have their name. If some of these don't work, I can always give a Jesus loves you. Our custodian at work, Susan. I have one for my wife, a couple for my wife. Make sure one of those work. My IT guy at work, Bob. So I also have a couple that say eat me, not in a derogatory manner, but yeah. You say, hey, how do you know if the apple's ripe? We say, this one's ripe. Look at that. It says eat me on it. I have a couple of them that just say ripe. So as a joke. I have one with writing on it, big letters, 3.14159 for pie. So you give this to somebody and say, hey, this is a pie apple. Here's one, a ripe apple. Of course, it's not ripe yet. One for our pastor at church, Dave. Here's the name of the apple. This is a fortune. My daughter, Ember. So I've got some other ones in here for my wife, of course, Sandy, and my mom, or maybe that's, wow. So I'm going to do a couple more of these. These apples will be ripe late September, but they'll keep a couple months, so a good Thanksgiving or Christmas apple. And I'll have some fun with it. Hope it turns out. We'll find out when I harvest. So I'll try and make an update of it then. A couple days ago I tried a Honeycrisp apple. They're a good month, 4 or 6 weeks from ripe, but I bumped it off the tree by accident, and I tasted it. Oh, was it tart? Not as a Honeycrisp should taste. This is a Dayton, ripe about the same time, and I used this one. I bit into it, bit a piece off for my refractometer test, but I'm going to try this. A little tart yet, but that sweetness is coming out. People that like a sweet tart apple, it's a little ripe, or a little early. It's got more of that green apple flavor to it under the peeling, kind of a little bit astringent yet. But boy, I used to sit up in my grandmother's tree and eat apples worse than this all day long. It's juicy. I don't know if you can see that, but I can squeeze the juice out of it right now. And it's a month from being ripe. So you make a pie out of it right now. You have to, you know, an apple is juicy when you have to suck on it when you're biting down, or it drips down your chin. So this tree will give me, oh, probably a good bushel and a half, I'm guessing. And I'm going to name some more apples on here. I have them named after my wife, and I'll name some more to be given out to friends and co-workers.